Hello everyone, welcome to MVP Vishwakosha. Today we are discussing 18 September 2025 current affairs. In that first point, that is about Abhinaya Saraswati, a bsarojadeviabhinayasaraswathiaward that is announced by Karnataka government. Okay. So here the Karnataka government has instituted a new lifetime achievement award that is named Abhinaya Saraswati B. Saroja Devi Award. And also the award is meant for women artists in the Kannada film industry who have completed 25 or more years of contribution. And also the award consists of a cash prize of rupees 1 lakh and also plus a 100-gram silver medal. And also it will be a part of annual Karnataka State Film Awards and will be added under the Annexure 1 of the existing Kannada Film Policy 2011. And also it will starts from the 2025 calendar year. So very important, right, that personality. Recently she got Karnataka Ratna, that is B. Saroja Devi, was a veteran actress across several Indian languages, that is Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and some Hindi films. She was popularly referred as Abhinay Saraswati, and also she was posthumously awarded the Karnataka Ratna recently, right? And also the highest civilian honor in Karnataka in recognition of her lifetime achievement. Okay, so in this perspective, it is very important for that is for KPSC exams and all that. Abhinaya Saraswati B. Saroja Devi Award. Okay, in this that is recognition of women in arts and preservation of cultural heritage, and also policy implementation of state in film policy, and also setting precedent, inspiring future contribution, and also physical and symbolic cost and political social significance. All that it is very important. Okay, you should that is you should know about Abhinaya Saraswati B. Saroja Devi Award. Next point that is about Chhathmahaparvu, okay, Chhath festival. Okay, it is nominated for UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage. Okay, for both prelims and mains exam for UPSC and KPSC, it is very important. So the government of India has initiated the process to nominate Chhath Mahaparvu, also known as Chhath Puja, for inclusion in UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So the proposal was submitted by that Mayas Foundation, okay, and also the central bodies involved, Ministry of Culture, Sangeet Natak Academy being the nodal agency, and also the Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, okay, and also the nomination process is planned as a multinational nomination, and also India has reached out to diaspora communities and other countries like the UAE, Suriname, Netherlands, etc. to gather the documentation and support, especially from communities outside India, celebrating that Chhath Puja, all that, okay, festival. So very important that Chhath Mahaparva, that is Chhath festival is dedicated to Surya god, okay, that is sun god, and also that Chhath Mahaya, it is especially observed in Bihar, Jharkhand, Eastern Uttar Pradesh, parts of West Bengal and Nepal's Mithailia region. It is a 4-day festival involving in rituals like fasting, bathing in the river ponds, offering all that arghya to the setting and rising sun, and also strict purity in food, etc. So very important for exam perspective, that is importance in cultural heritage and identity, intangible cultural heritage sites that UNESCO is very important. Okay. And also diaspora and transitional culture, tourism and economy and soft power, policy bureau and bureaucratic mechanism, all that perspective, all that is Chhath Mahaparva or Chhath Puja is very important. Okay. Next point, that is Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that turning 75 and his birthday, and wishes from Donald Trump and other leaders. Okay. So here that on 17 September 2025, Prime Minister Narendra Modi turned 75 years old. Several world leaders, political figures, business leaders, and public personalities extended birthday greetings. Okay, also these include Donald Trump. Okay, and also Italian PM Giorgio Meloni, Russian President Vladimir Putin, leaders from Australia, New Zealand, UK, Israel, and also spiritual leader Dalai Lama, philanthropists such as Bill Gates, etc. Also wished him. Okay. Also, Donald Trump apparently called Modi to wish him, referring to him as my friend, and thanked him for support on the ending the Russia-Ukraine war, Also, Modi responded by thanking Trump for the call and warm greetings and emphasized a shared commitment to enhancing the India-USA comprehensive and the global partnership and supporting peacefully resolution of Ukraine conflict, that is a Ukraine and Russia conflict. And also, very especially that Giorgia Meloni called Modi an inspiration, wished him good health and energy, and spoke for further strengthening India-Italy relationship. All that international perspective, all that it is very important. And Bill Gates also sent wishes praising Modi's leadership in India and development towards Vikashit Bharat and collaboration with the Bill Gates Foundation. Also, domestically, all that BJP and all event that Seva, that is service for fortnight, okay, Seva Pakwada, okay, and also the Namo app features engage people in greeting quizzes and all. Okay? That is very important. That diplomacy versus symbolism, and domestic political messaging, international relation implication, soft power and global leadership, and all that challenges in that perspective. It is very important. Okay. Next news that is about Global Innovation Index 2025 by World Intellectual Property Organization. Okay. So here the Global Innovation Index is an annual ranking published by World Intellectual Property Organization in partnership with other stakeholders. It ranks the economics on innovative capability and outcomes. So it uses about 80 indicators that grouped under multiple pillars, that is innovation input and output, such as institution, human capital and research, and also infrastructure, market sophistication, and business sophistication, and also knowledge and technology output and creative output, etc. So very important that data periods that is roughly between 2023 and 2025 for most indicators. Okay, so in this that is Global Innovation Index 2025, in that major rankings and top innovators, that Switzerland continues to be the number one globally for the 15th consecutive year. Okay, it is top 10 countries: Switzerland, Sweden, United States, Republic of Korea, Singapore, United Kingdom, Finland, Netherlands, Denmark, China, and as the top 10 for the first time. And also India's ranking important performance. India is ranked 38th out of 139 economics in the that is Global Innovation Index. Okay, and also among lower middle income group economics, India is first, and also among economics, the Central and Southern Asia, India is also first. India performs better on innovation in outputs than inputs. India ranks 52nd in inputs and 32nd in the outputs. Okay, total India's rank is 38th out of 139. Other important trends and all. So global R&D growth fell to 2.9% in 2024 from 4.4% in previous year. Okay, all that innovation clusters, all that perspective, it is very important, and regional work performance. Okay, all that importance because that innovation as a driver for economic growth and competitiveness, and also India's upward trajectory and policy implications and sectoral shift and emerging technologies, and also crowding and regional clusters, and also innovation efficiency and over performance. All that perspective, it is very important. Okay, so all this India's rank is important, 38th rank. Okay, so that is about recent GAI 2025 index. Next news that is about that is government civil drone, that is promotion and regulation bill 2025. Okay, that is a draft bill. So that for that Ministry of Civil Aviation has released the public consultation for the draft civil drone promotion and regulation bill 2025. So the consultation period is open until September 30, 2025. So my main purpose of this is to promote and regulate that civil drones unmanned aircraft system. Okay, used in India under the strict rules replacing the drone rules 2021. So in this that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation remains the primary regulatory, and also it will cover owners, operations, manufacturing, import, export, leasing, training, maintenance of all that. Okay, and also excludes all that used by armed forces or those who are 500 kgs. Okay, and also that is those heavier military are governed by other laws. Example, Bharatiya Vayu Abhiyam 2024. Okay, so in this very important that mandatory registration, unique ID is required. All drones, okay, civil UAS must be registered and assigned a unique identification number by DGCA. Okay, all that type certification and remote pilot certification, airspace zone, digital sky zones, safety and security traceability, and insurance and third party liability, and penalty and offenses. All that is given in that draft bill. Okay, you can go through that bill, and also all that victim and accident compensation and all. So all that very important. You have to compare with the drone rules 2021 and this bill. Okay, and also it will important that it will promote safe drone ecosystem, and also regulatory clarity and legal framework, and also encouraging innovation and growth, and also addressing misuse and security concern, and also liability and accountability. All that perspective, it is very important, and also it will may face criticism, and some challenges will be there, right? Some over regulation versus innovation frictions. Okay, will cause, because too many strict provisions may stifle small innovators and all, and hobby people and all, and also enforcement capacity. In that, all that perspective, it is very important. Okay, that is about a recent draft bill. Okay, civil drone bill. Next news, that is Moran community in Assam. Their demand for ST status in and their economic blockade. So that Moran community in Assam has launched an indefinite economic blockade since 15 September 2025. Okay, in district in Assam. Okay, the blockade is being enforced by all Moran student union. So their chief demanded scheduled tribe status recognition for their community. So the blockade is an impacting movement of goods, especially oil, coal, timber, and tea. And also trucks are stranded and supply chains are disrupted. So in this protest, a trade blockade is being carried out with the message that basic daily necessities, that is tea, essential food, etc., are not being targeted. The focus is on goods export and resource extraction, and that benefit external or governmental corporate parties. Okay, so or that perspective, that is very important. That Moran community, there's indigenous or original tribe in Assam, mainly in Upper Assam districts such as the Dibrugarh, Tinsukia. Okay, and so they once had their own kingdom before being submerged under Ahom rule. So culturally, historically, they belong to the Mayamorya sect of Vaishnavism. They currently have a Moran Autonomous Council established by Assam Legislative Assembly in 2020 for development and protection of the community. But this council statutory, okay, not part of sixth schedule. Okay, you should know in the polity that sixth and all that fifth, sixth schedules. Okay, which are the state that comes under that. So in that perspective, it is very important. Okay, and also their classification right now, they are not ST under the Indian laws. They are classified under the other backward class, OBC, and other categories. Okay, so in this ST status means constitutional legal policy aspect. It is very important, and also that scheduled tribe status is granted under Article 342. Okay, that article you should know, and also related provision of the Constitution of India that will give communities certain affirmative actions, benefit reservation in legislature, government jobs, educational institution, etc. Also come up with protection in the fifth and sixth schedule, or in any schedule for certain tribal areas. Okay, very important that Moran communities, their challenges and all. Okay, issues for ST status in Assam. Next news, that is about ARM opening a semiconductor design office in Bengaluru. Okay, so British semiconductor firm ARM has opened a new facility office in Bengaluru to design chips using 2 nanometer node technology. So the announcement was made by India's Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav, who said this part of India's push under the India Semiconductor Mission, and also the facility will focus on advanced chip design, notably among the most advanced in the world. And also, additionally, the minister remarked the progress under that ISM support for hundreds of university institutions with modern electronic design automation tools. Okay, and also that student participation designing already for some chips and so in that very important. What is that? 2 nanometer technology. Okay, so in chip semiconductor parlance, that 2 nanometer mode, right, that will refer to a process technology where features like the transistor gate length, right, so in that are in a scale of 2 nanometer, though in practice it is more complex. It allows for more transistors per chip, and also lower power consumption and higher performance, and also very advanced. Only a few foundries designers globally are operating at or advancing towards 2 that nanometers. So ARM's role is in primarily design architecture company. They design the instruction sets, a set of architecture, IP cores, etc., and also not necessarily the physical manufacturing fabrication. Okay, so what is this more implies the more design capability. So you should know about that India's semiconductor mission actually launched in 2021 with major incentives like PLI schemes, policy framework to build India's capacity in semiconductors, okay, design fabrication ecosystem. And also under this mission, India wants to reduce import dependency, build domestic value chain, promote R&D manufacturing, materials, equipment, etc. So all that also boost into India's semiconductor ecosystem, reducing dependency, attracting foreign investment, talent development, alignment with Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, global and geopolitical importance, challenges, all that perspective that ARM, okay, that semiconductor design company, all that perspective, it is very, very important. Okay. Next news that is about a recent cheetah died in Kuno National Park. Very important national park. Okay, in national park in news, right? So on that time, that national park is important. Kuno National Park. After a clash with the leopard, okay, cheetah, a 20-month-old female cheetah at Kuno National Park. That is Kuno National Park located at Madhya Pradesh. Okay, was found dead. Okay, on 15-16 September 2025, suspected to have died of a fight with leopard. And also the cheetah was born in India. One of the four cubs were that born to Javla. A cheetah translocated from Africa. Okay, that scheme, you know, right? The cheetahs that translocated from African countries, right? So in that cheetah, okay, and also that animal had been released into the wild on 21st February 2025 along with her mother and siblings. She had separated from her mother over a month ago and from her sibling a few days earlier. So this postmortem details are awaited. That preliminary injury marks suggested leopard attack as the likely cause. And also the cheetah population in Kuna stated to remain stable at 25, including 9 adults, 6 females, 3 males, and 16 Indian-born individuals. Okay, very important that Project Cheetah and Kuno National Park. That is Project Cheetah. It is an India's initiative to reintroduce African cheetah, okay, species into suitable habitat after Asiatic cheetah and also become extinct in India in mid 20th century. And Kuno National Park is the main site selected. Okay, and also that the cheetahs were brought from Namibia, that and South Africa. Later batches are released into the wildlife after the quarantine in some release enclosures. All that very important. And the goal to establish a self-sustaining cheetah population, restore ecological balance, conserve grassland and grasslands and biodiversity. Okay, all that perspective, wildlife reintroduction challenge, predator dynamics, ecosystem balance, conservation policy, adaptive management, public perception, project sustainability, and all that, and law institutional framework, ethical dimension, all that perspective, it is very, very important. Okay, so that is about recent news about cheetah, about Kuno National Park. Okay. Next news that Speed Skating World Championship 2025. So in that Anandkumar Velkumar, okay, an Indian speed skater who won India's first ever gold medal at the Speed Skating World Championship held in that is China. Okay, Bede, China. He won the senior men 1,000-meter sprint in that is one or that is 224.924. Okay, on a same day Krish Sharma won gold in the junior 1,000-meter sprint event. So Velkumar had also earlier won bronze in the 500-meter sprint event at the same championship. Okay, and also which also earlier historic first senior world championship medal for India in this category. Also, Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated him. Okay, proud of Anandkumar Velkumar for winning the gold medal in seniors 1,000-meter sprint in the Speed Skating World Championship 2025. So very important because because what first ever gold medal, right? So that's why for exam perspective it is important. And also speed skating, their roller inline variety has also not historically been a strong sport for India at World Championship level. This wins marks milestone. So for India in roller sports, speed skating and all, the victory is likely to boost recognition, funding and participation in lesser known sports. It might lead to more infrastructure, coaching and support from sport authority. So, okay, very important. Okay, that Anandkumar Velkumar of India. Okay, seniors men 1,000-meter sprint speed staking at the 2025 World Championship. Next news, that is the last news, that is World Ozone Day 2025, it also called as International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. So that is World Ozone Day observed every year on 16th September. So the theme of for 2025, for science to global action. The day actually commemorates the signing of the Montreal Protocol. For exam perspective, Montreal Protocol is important. That is 1987 under the framework of the Vienna Convention for the Protection of Ozone Layer. The exam they may ask directly what is Montreal Protocol related to and the year and all. It also marks the 40 years of the Vienna Convention and their ozone layer. Okay, Vienna Convention, Montreal Protocol, all that ozone layer is a protective layer, right, in the Earth's stratosphere that absorbs the most of the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. Without its, we have higher risk of skin cancer, cataracts, damage to plants, ecosystem, and all. So that is ozone layer that will, right. And also Vienna Convention that is signed in 1985 provides a framework for international effort. Montreal Protocols 1987 is being binding agreement to phase out substance to deplete ozones. Okay, and chlorofluorocarbons, hydrochlorofluorocarbon, ODS, etc. and all. Subsequent amendment including Kigali Amendment and also that deal with replacement substance, high fluorocarbons, which while not ozone depleting themselves are potent greenhouse gas. Okay, very important. Also, scientific reports show the ozone layer is on track to recover to levels seen in 1980s by mid 21st century if current policies continues. Okay, very important. Science and informing that policies, global cooperation, treaty success stories, interconnection with climate change, all that vigilance still needed, right? Broader messaging for sustainable development, of role of innovation, private sector, technology transfer, all that. So all that perspective, 16th September, that is ozone perspective, it is very important. All that exam perspective, all are important points. Okay, so that is about recent that is World Ozone Day 2025. Okay, that is about 18 September 2025 current affairs. Thank you. Support me for further videos so that I can analyze all the topics required for UPSC and all competitive exams. Thank you.